It's close enough.
Who's there?
and befuddled. Stuck here. Stuck! My poor mother. Unmoving. At rest. But too still.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
You need something?
By the order of the Jarl, stop right there. Then suffer the Emperor's wrath.
Who's there? That'll teach you. It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it. Shouldn't we keep moving? I really want to get back home. Why don't you keep your things and I'll keep mine?
committed crimes against Skyrim and your people. What say you in your defense? Then suffer the Emperor's wrath.
Stuck here! Stuck! And my poor mother. Unmoving. At rest. But too still. Oh, poor Cicero is stuck. Can't you see? I was transporting my dear, sweet mother. Well, not her. Her corpse. She's quite dead. I'm taking Mother to a new home, a new crypt, but... Ah! Wagon wheel! Damnedest wagon wheel! It broke. Don't you see? Oh! Oh, yes! Yes, the kindly stranger can certainly help. Go to the farm, the Lorius farm, just over there off the road. Talk to Lorius. He has tools. He can help me. But he won't. He refuses. Convince Lorius to fix my wheel. Do that, and poor Cicero will reward you with coin. Gleamy, shiny coin. The farmer is at his farm. Where else would he be? Lorius is his name. Talk to him. Convince him to help poor Cicero.
You need something? Talk to my husband, Vantus Lorius. Or just Lorius, if it's all the same to you.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now? That Cicero feller? Huh, tell me something I don't know. Crazy fool's already asked me about 5 times. Seems he's not satisfied with my answer. Why can't he just leave us alone? Pay me? You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin, and he's going to bury his mother. Mother, my eye. He could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Ain't no way I'm getting involved in any of that. Well, there is something. There's a guard patrols the road that crazy jester is on. He passes by pretty often. You could report the fool. You know, say he's done something against the law. That will at least get rid of him for me. What do you say? Fine, suit yourself. But you're wrong anyway. Just look at the fool. I don't know what it is, but he's damn well guilty of something.
poor mother. She's been waiting here so long. Stupid farmer and his stupid tools. Why won't he help us?
You need something? Would you now? Well, spit it out. What's the matter? What about him? Did he now? Nobody pilfers property on my watch. My thanks for bringing this to my attention, citizen. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Don't worry, citizen. I'm on top of that little matter we discussed.
Last mistake.
Well, is it done? Have you reported the fool to the guard? Haha! Oh, I knew I had a good feeling about you. Here, my friend. A few septims to show my thanks, huh? And may that twisted little jester rot in a cell for a fortnight.
Cicero has done nothing wrong. Glorious will pay for his treachery. Oh, how he will pay. And you are no help, not at all. Unfair, unjust. Cicero has done nothing wrong. Glorious will pay for his treachery. Oh, how he will pay. And you are no help, not at all.
By the order of the Jarl, stop right there. so be it.
Who's there?
I'll soon arrange transportation.
Unfair! Unjust!
Don't worry.
Cicero's done nothing wrong.
What a curious city. It's so open.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? So be it.
Where'd you come from?
Give up what is dead.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
I'm no fan of the sun. It'll be better than this.
Don't... What is it? No hands to yourself, sneak thief. What do you need?
You ask me, not enough of Winterhold fell off into the sea. Until next time.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? I see. That power certainly exists, I assure you. Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me? That would prove your skill. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. No matter what. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. A prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I was about.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolkien, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
You haven't heard any more about dragon sightings, have you?
No, which is fine with me.
A pity. You have any idea how much fangs would be worth? Or even better, bottle their flame. The right buyer would pay an immense amount.
Bottle? Their flame? I can't. No, I don't think I've any interest in that sort of thing.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Still no word from your family?
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Must be so nice. I came all the way to Skyrim just to get away from my family's expectations.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Coming here at all.
Take care now.
Well, that's awkward. Sorry to have brought it up. You know, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education in the schools of magic.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh? Good. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits. There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course.
You won't get away with that.
Who's there?
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to Archmage at some point. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. All right, then. Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as they'd like to believe. Certainly. Destruction spells come in different forms, each useful for various purposes. Concentration spells can be cast immediately, though they're weaker. Good for a tight spot, and less costly if you miss. You'll also need to decide whether to devote yourself to a single type of spell. Focusing solely on flame spells will make them more powerful, but you may find yourself at a disadvantage against foes immune to fire. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Savos Aran is wise beyond his years. He knows real talent when he sees it. Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement.
If you're here for sightseeing, well, then you've seen the sights. Might as well head somewhere warmer.
Who's there?
Destroyed by a dragon.
there. Done and done.
Azura, who led her children away from the disaster of Vardenfell. You are the prophet that reveals our true future. Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here. Azura has given me the gift of foresight. I had a vision of you walking up the steps to this altar, long before you were born. You have been chosen to be her champion. I know it is unexpected, but do not worry. It will all unfold as she has predicted. You must go to a fortress, endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter. She is the goddess of dawn and dusk. Azura sees into the twilight of the future and guides her followers through it. Yes, there were others at first, but Azura's visions tested everyone's faith. One by one, they left, afraid to know the old future. But I refuse to abandon the shrine. The visions are a gift. Azura warns me of tragedy, war, death, before it happens. I won't leave her guidance. Twilight, guide your path. Azura, who led her children away from the disaster of Vardenfell. You are the prophet that reveals the true future. Azura, who led her children away from the disaster of Vardenfell. Our true future.
Thank you.
I knew I heard something. Here we go.
You think you stand a chance? You think you stand a chance? Enough!
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Oh yes, Jizargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing.
I find it hard to believe this excavation.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? No, I suppose we haven't. Brillina Marion of House Telvanni. First of my family to leave Morrowind in a long time. Now I'm here to study conjuration. That's what's important. Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one of the first cities of men in Tamriel, I think. Why? Because it's old and full of dead things? Clearly, you've never spent any time in Morrowind.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
And here we all are. Shall we step inside? Studies stars, you say? Why, there hasn't been a mage doing anything related to stars since... oh. Well, it's a minor stain on the college's reputation. One of many, unfortunately. You should head to the Frozen Hearth and speak with Nellikar. It's his story to tell. And I wouldn't want to discredit him by talking behind his back. All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Watch it!
Sarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlements in Skyrim. It was also the largest. Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Sarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization and the magic things.
Who knows what we might find?
Are there any questions before we begin? We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered. Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Braylina, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out. Don't interact with them, just identify them. Ormond, please search that area over there. See if you notice any residual energies, alive or undead. Cesargo, what shall we have you do? Why don't you verify that we're the first ones here? Look for any amount of tampering with the tombs. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
Cesargo finds nothing but dust in these ruins.
I wonder if everyone else would
My
be so happy to
ancestors
rifle
destroyed
through
the
the bones of
homes
their
of
ancestors.
Onwin's ancestors. So much bloodshed.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
Do you think there's treasure here? I think to make Cesargo a powerful wizard.
I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
To think, my ancestors destroyed the homes of Onwin's ancestors. So much bloodshed.
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured.
Don't touch anything! What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine, just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Until next time.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it? Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet. I wonder